Welcome back to the Unknown Origins podcast. I am one of your hosts, DevBrev. With me, we have my roommate and best friend and co-host, all rolling into one, Ben. Ben, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. We went and saw Weird Al this weekend.
We did, in fact, see Weird Al.
Still riding that high a little bit. That was a lot of fun.
It was a very interesting concert. I've never seen Weird Al before.
Really?
I was not ready for him to do like bit of song into bit of song into bit of song into bit of song.
Yeah. It was a little weird. I haven't actually seen him do that before. Very weird.
I think that's on brand for him. No problem then.
But no, it was a lot of fun. I've gone. This was my third time seeing him in concert, so it was really cool. Yeah.
I'm also now convinced that I am the only person who knows how "Smells Like Nirvana" goes.
You might be the only one that knows those words. Even Weird Al doesn't know those words.
Yeah, that's part of the bit, because Smells Like Nirvana is a parody of Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, and the joke is that nobody understands the lyrics, including Kurt Cobain.
Correct.
And so all of the lyrics are like, I don't know how the song goes. And there's a part very late in the song where Weird Al just stops singing.
It's just mumbling, and
he wasn't even like singing.
Yeah, he didn't even try in this one.
He just stopped fully, because that's part of the song. It's like, I don't know how this goes. Yeah. And I'm just sitting here in my seat, just like singing along.
Yeah.
And like no one else is. I'm like,
nobody else knew it. It's just you.
The song is.
Just you. But no, it was a lot of fun. Ready to record? Ready to do this?
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna jump right in.
Okay.
It's episode 23 of Pokemon Indigo League. If you don't know, we didn't really talk about this. We are a show that talks about Pokemon through the years. We're starting at episode 1 of Indigo League, going all the way through Ash's Journey, and probably after Ash's Journey too.
Probably. Unless we get bored of it, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah, we're not getting bored. We're going all the way to the end. All the way to the end.
Heck yeah.
And so right now we're on episode 23 of Indigo League. You can go ahead and watch all the other episodes that we did. And we encourage you to watch along with Pokemon with us. So after our episode, I will tell you what we're going to be watching next. But today we're doing 23, 24, 25. So on to 23. This episode is called Haunter vs. Kadabra. It was released September 9th, 1997 in Japanese and October 8th, 1998 in English. And like always, we are going to be playing our favorite game, which is Who Was That Pokemon? If you don't know, we do not have the Who Is That Pokemon on the versions that we're watching. So I have been asking Ben over here, who was the Pokemon in that Pokemon segment? So, Ben, for episode 23, who was that Pokemon?
So I actually took notes of when the commercial breaks were this time when we were watching.
Did you take notes of what I said last episode?
I did that as well. That's why I'm going to say Haunter.
It is in fact Haunter.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I made a conscious effort this time every time I saw like the quick fade to black real quick, because it's real. Kind of blink and you miss it in the version we're watching.
Because they don't like change scenes a whole bunch.
It slightly like kind of shifts, and then you can tell it was a break. But Haunter was definitely the one, which makes a lot of sense for this episode. So we can get into it.
So this episode we're going to talk about is part 3 of the Sabrina saga. We're really starting to pace ourselves out when it comes to Pokemon, because before we were talking about Brock could have been like 2 episodes. Misty should have been 2 episodes. I think Surge worked as 1 episode, but you could have stretched it out.
No, you definitely could have. There was enough to it, but it wasn't necessary.
Yeah, it worked the way that it was. Yeah, so we'll take Lieutenant Surge. But we get 3 episodes dedicated to Sabrina. We get Ash's first loss, we get him going to Lavender Town to try to get a ghost Pokemon, and now we are back to challenge Sabrina for the final time.
Yes, we are. I feel like it worked pretty well to split it up with Sabrina. I feel like they could have done the reverse. They could have shortened it a little bit, but I like that they kind of got more drawn out with this. It gives us more time to relate to the characters. Because, in the games, you see Sabrina, all right, it's a little pixel art of a character. That's all you really get when it comes to, backstory for some of these guys. So.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it, but they are giving a lot more depth to the characters, because Red and Blue, especially, the gyms were just kind of like a thing that you do. You have to do the gyms to progress, so that's why I'm doing them. And now it's okay, we have these characters. Let's, give them a little backstory. Let's give them a little bit more to have Ash relate to them and give a reason and have him interact with them.
Agreed.
That's kind of why we're giving Sabrina 3 episodes here.
Right.
Because with Brock, Surge, Misty, not in that order. Brock was just, this is the introduction to the gyms, and then he's going to join on. Misty is, we've had Misty, now let's explain who Misty is. Surge was, we're doing the gyms, and now Ash has to really, like, overcome a challenge.
Right.
Sabrina is, here's this girl, and, like, she's psychic, and then you gotta get a ghost Pokemon, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. And it's also, I think it's funny, we talked last time about how the gyms are out of order.
Yeah.
And so far, this is the one that he's struggled the most with because he's really not supposed to be there
He's not supposed to be here yet. Yeah, that's a good
So,
point there.
That's kind of my thought process through the whole thing. That's why he has to go and find another Pokemon to add to his team before he can really beat this gym. So it's kind of neat.
Ash and the gang are on their way back to Saffron City, and we see that Brock is scared of Haunter.
Yeah, Brock hates ghosts the same way that Misty hates bugs. Like, it's the same kind of, like, fear level there.
Yeah, and speaking of Misty, Misty isn't scared of Haunter. In fact, she thinks he's cute until he paralyzes her.
Yeah, which is really weird because that's not her reaction that she had in the last episode when they went to the whole haunted house. And
It might be because she's grown on, or Haunter's grown on her a lot more.
Maybe. That could be.
Brock's like, ghosts? No. Misty's like, ghosts? No. Wait a minute. You're actually kind of nice there, boy.
Cool, actually. And
you look at me, I'm paralyzed.
Yeah, and that seems to kind of be her reaction with a lot of these Pokemon. I know, like, she's got the immediate, like, visceral reaction, and then she kind of they kind of grow on her over time, like Butterfree did.
She's a tsundere. That's how they work.
That's fair.
Like, when they first meet characters, are like, and then as time goes on, they're, like, really loving at the end, which really fits with Misty.
That makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about it like that, but that is kind of also what she does with Ash.
She's just kind of doing the arc for Haunter, like, really quickly.
Yeah. Just fly through it an episode instead of a season. It's fine.
Ash now officially asks for Haunter's help, and the two head off to the gym, and Brock and Misty don't want to go into the gym because they don't want to get shrunk again.
Yeah.
They're like, we ain't going in there.
Staying out. It's fine. And then for some reason, Ash decides to bring out all of his Pokemon.
Yeah, he sends out the whole team minus Pidgeotto. They really don't want to animate its wings, and then they go after Sabrina.
Yep.
Because every time it's like the squad, they're like, not Pidgeotto.
Yeah.
Because, like, even when Ash, like, when they ended up on that island a couple episodes back, it was like Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, they were all hanging around. But Butterfree and Pidgeotto stayed back. And I guarantee you it's because they didn't want to draw their wings.
Animate the wings, that's fair. At the time, it was Raticate, not Butterfree.
No, they traded back,
They traded back. I'm sorry.
You're talking about before when it was like the pyramids?
Yeah.
And you didn't set up Pidgeotto then.
Yeah.
But there were a bunch of Butterfree.
Right. That's true. I was getting my wires crossed there for a second, but you're totally right.
We have watched a lot of Pokemon.
We have watched a lot of Pokemon recently.
We haven't watched that much, so it's kind of weird that it's all starting to blend in together. Yeah. Well, I was editing some stuff today, and I was talking about episode 2, but it's really like episode 5.
That's fair.
I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's all good. I do think they're also trying to put emphasis on, like, all right, these are the starters Pokemon. They're important. Like, they're very, so that could also be part of the reason, but I can definitely see them just not wanting to animate flying Pokemon.
What's he gonna do?
It makes sense.
Ash seems to be getting along great with Haunter, and I find that very endearing. I just think Haunter's, like, kind of fun.
Haunter's a chill guy. I like him. I like him a lot. I also really like the Gengar line, so...
He's like a really nice, like, prankster addition to the team.
Yeah.
I really wish he stayed on, but I kind of get why they didn't.
Yeah. Eventually, Ash does get a Gengar, but that's like Gen 8, so that's way down the line.
You know what? We'll get there when we get there, but like, I went through a whole thing. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why is he going to jump on? Oh, Gigantamaxing. Okay.
Yeah. Way down the line.
Ash challenges Sabrina again, and she sends out Urigeller, or Kadabra, and Ash tries to send out Haunter, but Haunter's nowhere to be seen.
He's a prankster, man. He just likes to mess with people.
Prankster didn't exist yet, Ben. There were no abilities.
You're so funny.
Normally, he's the one doing this.
Normally, I'm the one
I'm getting it out. None of the other Pokemon want to battle, so the gang tries to run out, and then the doors of the gym start to shut down, and the scary little girl starts following after them, and Misty and Brock get turned into marketable plushies, but the jogger teleports in and saves Ash and Pokemon.
Yep, and they just leave the plushies of Brock.
There's no saving them yet.
I know, but
There's no saving them.
They're right there. Like, just kind of grab them and go, but no, they just leave them.
Well, there has to be, like, some stakes, I guess.
I feel like the stakes of being turned into a plushie might be high enough. Or, like, I don't know.
The getting them turned out of plushies.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, like what do we do? I gotta go back in there.
Yeah, but no, they just leave them there, and I get part of it is for like exposition on Sabrina. It wouldn't make sense to just cut to her with nothing else going on.
Well, the jogger actually has the backstory here.
This is also true. He does.
So at the park, the Pokemon are playing, and the jogger is telling Ash Sabrina's backstory. Sabrina was a psychic person from a young age, and she always practiced her powers, and she is so strong that she destroys the entire house.
Yep.
And currently, Sabrina's personality is split, where there's the little girl that she carries. It's actually a doll that is imbued with her like younger personality.
Yeah.
And that girl wants friends because Sabrina didn't have any, and so that's why the little girl is like, play with me, be my friend. And the
really
current
creepy.
big Sabrina is the cold, hard psychic trainer.
Yep. I noticed that the mysterious stranger there and Sabrina's father have the same voice actor. I really wonder why that is.
But as Ash points out, the jogger is the photographer who took Sabrina's baby pictures because he has that picture of them all together.
That's definitely what that is.
Yeah, the jogger is Sabrina's dad, but Ash is so stupid that he just doesn't get it.
Yep. It takes him he doesn't even get it at the end. He makes another comment about, you must have done her baby pictures
he doesn't
later on. Like, he does not care.
This reminded me of, Luffy from One Piece. Because, there's a part where he gets Nami's backstory, and he's not even there. He doesn't care. And he's just like, okay, we're gonna go get Nami back. Let's go, dudes.
Yeah.
And, Ash being sitting here just I'm, listening, but not really. Mm-hmm. He
doesn't care. He just wants to beat the gym.
He's very simple-minded, which is very like Luffy. And all shonen protagonists.
Yeah. Like
Goku, he just wants to be the world's strongest. Naruto wants to be Hokage. Luffy wants to be Pirate King. Bleach. John Bleach wants to be something I don't. I've never seen Bleach. I'll get there one day.
John Bleach.
And Ash just wants to be a Pokemon master.
Right.
Yeah. Well, he's like John Haikyuu. He wants something.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Oh, God.
I know the main character of Bleach's name is Ichigo. I just messed up.
John Bleach. We love that.
Ash needs to find Haunter, and so he looks over the whole city, and we see Team Rocket on the side of the building.
Yep.
And their big plan is to use a fishing net to catch Pikachu.
Yep. And they make comments about their inventions, and James says a comment about the chicken who invented the egg. Is the words that came out of his mouth exactly. Yeah, because... It's just very weird. The whole sequence there just didn't make sense
to me. And then Meowth says something about, well, we all know that it was actually the egg who invented the chicken.
Yeah.
Their dialogue is something else.
Yeah, it's just, we don't know how to connect them to this, so we're not going to. This is their own thing. They're off doing it. Have fun. It's very weird. Especially in these episodes where there is a lot of story to tell, I feel like they just kind of get thrown into random. I think
Team Rocket should be exempt from gym episodes.
I agree.
Because most of the gym episodes they've been in, we've been I don't think they need to be here. Other than Lieutenant Surge, where they did nothing.
They did nothing, but it still worked really well in that episode. They were little cheerleaders. Yeah. They were great.
And that's the point, though. When they try to do something, it's I don't need you here.
Yeah, there's too much going on.
The Brock episode was the best because they fell in the hole and stayed in the hole.
And they stayed in the hole episode.
If they're just not around, the episode's way better.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to gym leaders.
You're right. I think their formula needs to be adjusted a little bit. I don't think Rocket needs to appear every episode. And I know we've talked about that before. We go back and forth on it because there are some really good moments, but you can still have those good moments without them being in every episode.
Constantly. Yeah. All the time. So, 5 days a week.
I feel like this is one that they could have been left out of pretty easily.
Yeah. But, So Haunter thwarts Jesse's scheme. Or all of their scheme. I read the word Jesse here. Yeah. And then Jesse is holding onto the side of the scaffolding they are on, but Haunter makes her laugh so hard that she just lets go, and Meowth says, you're going to die laughing, which I thought was a good line. That's a clever line.
The faces Haunter's making also reminded me, have you ever seen the Beetlejuice? The movie?
Yeah.
Okay. The faces that they make when they stretch out their face, do the weird, what I'm talking about? That's what that reminded me of. Just the weird, almost body horror for a second. It was really cool. It was weird, but it was neat.
And then Team Rocket hits the pavement so hard, they make a hole. How is Team Rocket not dead?
They should have died episode 3.
Five-fold, they need to be dead.
Yeah, they They just don't. They're invincible. They're made of rubber. Who knows?
Yeah. Ash thanks Haunter and makes a deal that if Haunter helps save Brock and Misty, Ash won't ask for his help anymore. So here's where we get that Haunter's not going to be joining on the team for very long. And then back at Sabrina's gym, Brock and Misty meet with Sabrina's mom, who is also a doll, and Sabrina's mom is vouching for her, trying to make Brock and Misty be like, no, she's not a bad girl.
She's not that bad, yeah.
She made me a doll, but like it's fine. Like I don't get tired. I don't get hungry.
That's like, called Stockholm syndrome, my friend. That is all that is. Oh God! And you've got to imagine, like she's been there for a while, you know, because they were talking about how the house burnt down when she was a girl. Yeah. Like mom's been there a while.
Mom's been stuck.
Yeah.
And her dad's just been jogging.
Yeah. Just trying to find anybody to help. Unfortunately, the first one he runs across is this 10-year-old kid with a Pikachu.
Yeah. Ash shows up at the gym with Haunter, but Haunter disappears again. Of course. And Pikachu steps up to defend Ash, even if he knows that he can't win. Which is really honorable from Pikachu here.
Oh yeah, very, very honorable. Very like, ooh, it was very good.
Like, I guess I gotta do this. Because if Haunter's not gonna step it up, I sure have to.
Yep.
So Kadabra keeps teleporting around, but Pikachu does manage to land the finishing maneuver, the Thunderbolt. But Kadabra just uses Recover.
Yep,
and it's like, fine. Come on.
Of course. And then Haunter pops out of nowhere.
And just when it looks like Ash will lose, Haunter shows up and he does his county routine to get Sabrina to smile.
And it works.
Yeah.
It really works. I mean, she starts laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing.
And I'm gonna tangent here, because I know what he wants to talk about. He wants to go right into it, but I'm gonna tangent here. I, as a man, love when kuderes, or cold-hearted girls, smile and laugh. So I really found it really cute when Sabrina was going from stone face, I'm a badass, I will fight everybody, I will use my Pokemon to kill this guy, and just be like, oh, this is so funny, I love this. It was just really cute. I really liked it.
No, that's fair. It was cute. And I thought it was funny that the thing that made her laugh is Haunter just literally pulling out a bomb and blowing himself up. It's used self-destruct, quite literally.
The ultimate slapstick routine.
Exactly. And
but Haunter's fine because he's a ghost.
Yeah. The thing that I'm going to rant about, right? This is now the 4th gym. This is gym 4.
Yeah.
Ash has won 1 of the 4 battles. That's it.
All right, Ben. We're gonna get into it. That's why I'm wearing the CM Punk shirt today.
Yeah,
we're gonna fight.
Okay.
This is a win in the Ash column.
This is not a win.
This is a win in the column.
If it is a one-on-one battle, right, which they have standardized, like that is how these gym battles work. It is a one-on-one battle.
Not all of them, but this one.
But this one, yeah, they did say specifically at the beginning of it. Ash's Pokemon was Pikachu.
Yes.
Gengar is like a stage hazard, or not Gengar. I'm sorry. Haunter is just a stage hazard. It is there. It is distracting. But that's it. It's not Ash's Pokemon that won this battle whatsoever.
Okay.
And Haunter isn't even Ash's Pokemon. He never taught Haunter either.
All right. So I am going to base my argument here on wrestling analogies. Okay. Everyone loves when I do the wrestling analogies, including this guy especially.
Okay.
So we have a babyface and a heel in the ring. Let's say that there's a manager. So babyface is the bad guy. Babyface are the good guys. Heels are the bad guys.
Okay.
So we're just going to pretend that Ash is like the bad guy because they would normally have managers.
Okay.
Haunter is the manager. He's the guy on the outside. Mm-hmm. If the manager distracts the babyface, doesn't touch him, distracts the babyface, and the babyface looks over like, hey, what's happening? And then the heel comes up, grabs the babyface, hits a cheeky roll-up, 1, 2, 3, the match is called, and then the babyface loses.
No, that's understandable. This analogy doesn't work there, though.
No, it does.
The
Kadabra, okay, so it's not a pin, it's a submission. You got Bret Hart in the ring, and he's facing like Stone Cold. Jimmy Hart's his manager for some reason. Okay. Don't think about what year it is. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Hart's on the ring, and he's like, "Okay, Daddy, come on, Bret, you got him." And Stone Cold's like, "Hey, shut up there, man." And he comes over, Bret grabs him, puts him in the sharpshooter, and it's too much for Stone Cold, and he taps out.
Okay,
that's a loss for Stone Cold. I think Kadabra taps out because he's on the ground laughing. He can't continue. He's tapping out. That's a win for Ash.
That's true. I forgot about the fact that Kadabra is also like incapacitated.
Yes, the jogger shows up and he's like, look at Sabrina, she's having such a fun time. And Ash is like, actually, we're having a Pokemon battle. And it cuts to Kadabra, who is also laughing. Kadabra's tapped out. He's done. And when you compare it to the other bogus wins that Ash had up against Brock, I quit. Ash quit. He walked away. He shouldn't have got that badge.
Right.
With Misty, it was Butterfree and Starmie in the match together, and then Team Rocket came in. That's a schmoz. If a bunch of people come to the ring and everyone's distracted and, we don't know what's going on, we call it, that's a DQ. And as we all know, title changes don't occur on DQs.
Okay, so
he
why
shouldn't
is
get
this
the badge.
one?
This isn't a DQ. No one got DQ'd. This was a tap out. Kadabra submitted. He's done.
I don't know, man.
It's not a DQ. The jogger is the ref, and the jogger says, hey, you got it.
But who gave him judicial power here, though? Like, who decided that, all right, he came in halfway through the battle.
He's Sabrina's dad, baby. He has that power.
He didn't see the beginning of it, even. Like,
He's seeing the end of it now.
My God. You call it what you want. I'm calling this as Ash did not earn this through a battle.
I think we're 2-2 here. I think we're 2-2. You want to think we're 3-1.
Okay. I'll agree that we're 2-2 because I feel like this and Brock's kind of even out because he should have won Brock's, but he didn't.
Yeah, that was the visual
It was a mercy
pen.
Yeah. And this one he shouldn't have won, but did. So I'll call it even. We'll call it a 2-2.
He also arguably was about to win Misty's too.
Nah.
Starmie was blinking, dude.
Nah. Nope.
So anyway, Misty and Brock are no longer dolls. Ash is also questioning whether he deserves this badge. And then Team Rocket get trapped in cement, or they almost get trapped in cement.
Yep.
There was a lot at the
There
end.
was a lot there. Yeah. It was a weird episode. It wasn't a bad episode. Again, Rocket didn't really need to be there.
Yeah.
Ash is just clueless, so the whole Sabrina and Sabrina's dad thing just went right over his head. But it wasn't a bad episode overall. And like you were saying, it was nice to see her kind of lighten up a little bit and laugh.
Yeah, I love that little characterization.
It was sweet.
Now we need to get a Sabrina one of these.
Yeah, definitely. I've always liked Sabrina. I thought her character was really cool in the games and stuff. It's very different than it is here. But
she's also a brunette. That's probably also why I...
That's probably also why you like her, yeah.
We're gonna get into like this part of... We've gotten to this part in the anime where we're doing the things that are in the games, but we're adding a little twist to them. Because before, we were just doing like filler stuff. Like, we went to Maiden's Peak, not at a location. We did some weird stuff with the big Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's not important, that's not in the games. Now it's like, okay, this gym is in the games. But we added a couple more things to it.
Episodes, so we're gonna stretch this out a little bit, and
Yeah. So these episodes feel like weird, where it's like, okay, things happened. We got a gym badge, but like, I'm just kind of like, why did any of this happen? Like, why?
Well, it's because they needed to throw Lavender Town into the games somehow.
Yeah, and it makes sense that you would get the
ghost
there.
for the psychic.
And maybe the whole like Marowak thing would be a little too...
Yeah, I feel like it'd be a little too much.
Because in Origins, I watched Origins a little bit to like prepare for this.
Yeah.
And like the second episode of that is like the Marowak and the ghost and all that stuff.
Origins, I remember when that one came out, I kept up with it really well, and it was one of my favorite like shorts that they've done is the Marowak episode in general, but the whole series was really well done.
Yeah.
Origins and Generations.
Generations was like the short little YouTube series.
Yes.
Origins was like the special.
Yeah.
So the reason why I like went into Origins was because I wanted to like see how it did like Erica and Sabrina, and they just yada through them.
Yeah, that checks out.
Like they do Brock and they do Misty, or actually they just do Brock.
Okay.
They don't do Misty. They yada through Misty as well. And they yada through like most of the gyms, but Red does battle Brock specifically because we have to show what gyms are and how important they are.
Yeah, and it's the first one. It's kind of a milestone.
And then after that, you don't really like need the gyms, which is why I think they're fleshing the gyms out more and giving them like different characters. Like we're gonna talk about Erica in like a couple, like give us like 30 minutes, we'll talk about Erica.
Yeah.
But eventually, they have to give them a little more beef because there's not a lot of beef in the games, and that's why Origins is like, like
They're vegetarians. Yeah, it's fine. There's no beef.
Erica might be.
Could be. You never know. I feel like if you have that link with Pokemon, like psychic trainers do, you don't. We're getting way off topic here. I don't know why I'm talking about this.
Okay, so speaking about eating and Pokemon, episode 24 is titled Primate Goes Bananas. Released September 16th, 1997 in Japanese, and October 9th, 1998 in English. So, Ben, who was that Pokemon?
Well, there's a Pokemon in the title.
There's a Pokemon in the title.
And that's like the only prevalent Pokemon in the episode. So I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah,
Primate?
It is Primate.
Okay.
Well, technically Mankey.
Wait, the Pokemon?
No, the Pokemon is Primate.
Okay.
But technically Mankey is in there.
And that's fair. Not for very long, though. It evolves pretty quickly. Yeah.
But it's not like Primate's the only one.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Top of the episode, we see that Oak is in a large and lavish-looking tatami room to start the episode. Is this man in a mansion? And before anyone asks, tatami mats are made from sewn-together rice straw in the core, and then there's like hemp or cotton wrapped around them. Those like Japanese-style like rooms with like not really like floors. That's tatami mats. Nice. That's the room that Oak is in, and it's really large, really lavish. It's like looks like he's in a mansion.
That's cool. Yeah, it does look very fancy wherever he's at, but.
It would be like a really nice hotel room.
Yeah, that would be.
Like a really nice, like Japanese style inn. Probably like some hot springs around.
Heck yeah. I could go for that right now. That'd be killer. Good hot spring.
Unknown Origins Japan special way.
Ooh,
like Unknown Origins Japan special way. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Ash gives Oak a call, that's why we're here, and Ash is telling him about his badges, and Oak is unimpressed because all the other rivals, including Gary Motherflippin' Oak, are ahead of him. Who are these people?
Who knows?
Like we're still bringing these people.
We're halfway through the first season.
I forgot this was when I was like, this is surely when we forgot about the other rivals. But no, we're still bringing up,
mentioning
and
them.
we have not seen a single one of them yet, other than Gary Motherflippin' Oak, who was the only guy we saw in the beginning.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I don't know if we'll ever meet him at this point. But we're going to keep bringing it up.
I think we don't, but I think that's kind of lame because like, they keep bringing them up. Like this is the 4th time they've been brought up.
Yeah. And especially giving the title like rival. Like that's a very heavy term in the Pokemon universe.
Yeah.
Like these are your rivals. They are up to your level. Like they are the ones who challenge you and push you more than anybody else does, and we haven't met them yet.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
Ash wanted to check up on Krabby, and Oak pushes for Ash to catch more Pokemon, and good setup for the rest of the episode.
Very.
So Ash is at a payphone in the middle of nowhere, and he goes back to join the others, and they are enjoying donuts. They're enjoying donuts! We've made it! I saw Misty and Pikachu eating some onigiri, and Misty said, hey, Ash, enjoy some donuts. I'm like, we're here! And then we get the scene where Brock is holding them up. Well, these donuts are amazing. Jelly-filled are my favorite.
Nothing beats a good jelly-filled donut, and he says jelly donut like 4 times in one sentence.
Yeah, and this is where I remember that the onigiri themselves are not exclusively jelly donuts. They're just any kind of donut.
They're any kind of donut.
But Brock specifically likes the jelly-filled.
Right. It's
We've talked about this before, where it's like they don't want to include all the Japanese stuff, but it's like they're like English washing this in such a dumb way because like donuts, really? That's what they came up with?
Just say rice ball or like like I feel like that would have been people would have understood that like
would 10-year-olds in 1998 understand that though?
Yeah. I feel like they would have. And not only that, but like if they don't understand it, they ask. And then they're like, this brings culture into our house.
Guess
Maybe
what?
mom
Their
and dad
parents
will be
don't know either. Not in 1998. Okay. Unless they are in fact Japanese, which you know, dude, if you were in like a Japanese household in like 1998 watching Pokemon, you were like, why are they calling them jelly donuts, Mom? Well, you see, there's this thing called racism.
Oh, that's where we're going with it.
Well, I mean, like...
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Vaguely, that's what it is. Yeah, it's like, oh, that weird Japanese thing. These kids don't need to be introduced to that. Call them jelly donuts.
Yeah.
Like, did they do it because, like, powdered sugar is white and they're mostly white? Is that why they went donuts?
I don't know. They're just like, what's something that we put the stuff inside of the other jelly
They're
donut?
triangular.
Yeah, but they have the little like, I don't know.
They don't have holes.
They don't. You're right.
Why was it donuts?
I wish I could give you an answer. I genuinely do not have one for you, unfortunately.
Donuts aside, Ash wants to get the Celadon as fast as possible, and then we see a Mankey pop out of the bushes, and Brock tries to feed it a donut. Ash says that he wants to catch the Mankey, and he just throws a ball immediately. It is 24 episodes in, and Ash just throws a ball.
Yep.
This guy just doesn't get it.
Yeah, he really doesn't. This part also made me, this is a really niche reference. It's maybe not niche, but I thought of it. Not a lot of people maybe would. There's an old Smosh bit, the like Pokemon stuff that they used to do, where there would be Mankey, Monkey, and every time the like little Pokedex like would just say Mankey, it would like butt in, but then they'd keep calling it Monkey. And every time they said Mankey, I just thought Monkey in my head. And it was just like a little...
That's probably not as niche as you think it is. I don't know because I didn't grow up on Smosh, but I know...
I watched a lot of Smosh back
If you're watching this show, you probably watch Smosh. I'm just going to go on a limb.
I like Smosh. They're funny.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was in my head. I had to say it.
Yeah. And when Ash threw that Pokeball, he caught the donut.
He did catch the donut.
Funny gags,
Haha, it's right there. It's a donut, but it's not really a donut.
Yeah. Mankey starts thrashing and the gang just runs away. Mankey catches up to Ash and he steals Ash's hat.
Yeah,
and Team Rocket is washing and plotting.
Yeah, he catches up to Misty first and does not care at all. Like runs over Misty to get to Ash. So he is dead set. He wants to get that man.
Mankey is really mad at Ash specifically. Yes. He will throw hands at Ash specifically.
Yes. He steals the hat.
Yeah.
The hat that he won at the official Pokemon League Expo.
Yes, he sent in 1 million tickets to get that thing.
He sent in 1 million tickets, which it's weird to me that they like put so much emphasis on this is such an important hat. I know they just do it so that there's actually a plot for this episode, but it's so odd to me.
Also, it's very weird that he changes his hat. Throughout the regions, this one is really specific.
This is a special one. Maybe he sent in 1 million more. Who knows? Yeah. Got a second hat.
Also, this is also very Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Luffy also very much loves his hat. And if the hat gets stolen, there's going to be problems.
Fair enough. Well, he got that. I have only seen like one episode of One Piece, but that first episode, he got it from the other character that I don't know.
What's his name, Ben?
I don't know the name.
What's his name, Ben? What's his name, Ben?
What's his name, Devon?
It's Shanks.
Shanks.
Red hair Shanks.
Okay, there we go. Got it from Shanks. So that hat's special to him.
Yeah.
Just like this hat is
the
special. The
hat is Luffy's treasure.
Exactly.
Because One Piece has like a big treasure theme to it. Makes sense, pirates.
That's fair.
And so Ash also treasures this hat that he got him sent in 1 million box tops for.
Yep.
Ash climbs a tree to get to Mankey, but he gets knocked down, and then Team Rocket shows up, and James nonchalantly kicks Mankey away.
Yep.
And the team is like, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Team Rocket does the motto while they sparkle, and Ash is done with them, and he just says, I'm having a major hat crisis. Can you try to steal Pikachu some other day? But it was like more like that delivery was not how he does it. He's like, no. I'm having a major hat crisis. Can you just steal Pikachu?
Can you just not right now?
He's just done, man.
He's done. And after the last episode, we were just talking about Ragged. We're also kind of done right now. Incidentally, though, James kicking away the Mankey is what causes him to rage and evolve.
Yes.
And he gets stronger. And he's back for vengeance. Yeah, now he's after Rocket and Ash.
Now we got Primeape, and Team Rocket are trying to ignore Primeape, but Jesse gets lawn darted into a rock head first. Just a boom.
Yeah, no, that was brutal for a second there.
There's been a lot of like this episode and the next episode, there's a lot of talk about like Jesse's like looks. Mm-hmm. Jesse seems to be very like vain specifically.
Yeah.
And I think like them sparkling is them in the Japanese they must have been talking about like how like attractive they look and that's why they're sparkling, but they just didn't carry over. But then Jessie got her face smashed in and then that's why she got really angry.
That could also make sense. It's interesting to hear your takes on that because like that's not something I think of like while we're watching it. It's because translation.
Because like why are they sparkling?
Yeah.
But I guarantee you potentially in the Japanese there's like a reason why they're sparkling. Because, like, I don't think they would just do that for no reason. Because, like, they haven't done that before.
Right.
Everything they do is, like, intentional in a way.
No,
But this right here just seemed really random. I'm like, maybe like they're talking about how attractive they are, and that's why like Jessie getting hit was like a major thing. Because she's getting her comeuppance.
Yeah, exactly. She gets what's coming to her.
Team Rocket tries to attack Primeape while the gang runs away, and Pikachu tries to get the hat back, but his Thunderbolt doesn't work.
Yeah.
They keep doing this with like Pikachu specifically, where they'll like send out Pikachu, and Pikachu will be like, okay, I can do this. And then it'll hit a Thunderbolt, and then the other Pokemon will be unaffected.
Yeah,
And that's how they're like, that's how they're getting over like the other Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Like, because Pikachu is he's not like overpowered, but he definitely is like the closer.
Yeah, he's everybody's starter that they over-leveled at the beginning of the games,
Yeah.
and now it's just here.
Pikachu seems to be the closer, and so in order to get over the new Pokemon and make them seem like pretty strong and effective, it's like, okay, we'll send out Pikachu, and then Pikachu won't be effective.
That's fair.
Even though at the end of the day, Pikachu does end up like getting the win back.
Yeah,
a lot
eventually,
of the times.
yeah. Primeape also is pretty strong for this point, like where they are story-wise. Like after the 4th gym, I want to say, I'm not totally sure on this, but I feel like Mankey evolves around like 40, 42-ish.
That's like the numbers thing.
Yeah. I think it's 42 if I'm remembering right, but it's pretty high up there. I mean, for where they're at now. It's a strong guy. So the fact that he's able to just shake that Thunderbolt off is kind of proof of that. But
Brock, as they're running away, Brock thinks that Primeape is just scared and lonely, so he tries to talk things out, but he gets spanked and punched for his trouble.
yeah.
Primeape is running after Ash and Misty, and Rocket is running after all of them, and somehow Rocket gets ahead of them and digs another trap hole! Ooh. And somehow this one works!
We love holes.
What is with the trap holes? Like
apparently they're pretty good at it at this point.
So like now like they've had some practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Pikachu shocks everyone in the hole, and Primeape is about to hit Ash, and then Ash remembers Oak's words, and he attempts to catch Primeape.
Finally, after letting this thing chase him around the whole episode, if he would have just caught this as a Mankey, would have never happened. But
well, he tried to be stupid.
Well, yeah, I guess not caught, but like battled him instead of just throwing a Pokeball.
Ash sends out the squad. We get out Bulbasaur, we get out Squirtle, not necessarily in that order.
Yeah.
And finally we get Charmander.
This where he's sending out all the Pokemon, the Moon Knight panel where it's just random bullshit, go. That's all I can think of. But yeah, you're welcome.
So Charmander starts getting boxed out. But Charmander starts fighting back with rage that he has. We keep finding out new moves that Charmander specifically has.
Yeah, it's weird.
He has Leer, he has Rage, he has Flamethrower.
Yeah. But hearing that, though, it does make sense that eventually Charmander is the one that evolves of the 3 starters, because the other 2...
Yeah, because he's getting a lot more attention now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's cool that they kind of put that seed in there early of, okay, Charmander's getting stronger. Like, you can tell. Yeah.
So the Rage is doing a good job at fighting back Primeape, and then Charmander goes for a Flamethrower, and Pikachu jumps up and he grabs Ash's hat before it can get damaged. So this is Pikachu kind of like getting that win back, where it's like, I am faster than the Primeape, and then I can jump up, I can get the hat, and then Charmander's the one that's going to do the damage.
It was a really cool scene to see all of them kind of working together to take it down.
Yeah, because it was like flat. It was like montaging between where it's like the Primeape's like, Rah! And then Pikachu's like, woo, and then Charmander's like, Rah!
Yeah.
And then it's just cut in between those guys.
Yeah, it was neat. Neat.
And so Ash throws the Pokeball, and Primeape is officially caught. And I forgot Ash had a Primeape.
Yeah, I did too. Like, I remember this episode, but I don't remember that he caught it in the end.
I don't remember this episode. I don't remember the Primeape.
That's fair. I know the picture of Primeape with Ash's hat was like something that was going around for a second, so I think that's why it was like so familiar in my mind. But I do remember the episode from when I was younger. And I specifically remember when Ash sends the Primeape back into the hole to beat up Team Rocket at the end, because why wouldn't he? Even though, there's a whole rule against battles for personal grudges. But,
apparently.
Yeah.
But that part, Primeape reminded me of like Taz from the Looney Tunes.
Yes.
Not Taz from ECW,
No,
Taz from the Looney Tunes.
Tasmanian
Taz,
Devil.
not Tazz Taz.
Yeah. I definitely had that same note though of he reminds me
because he's like in the hole, beating the crap out of him.
He's going for it. He's getting his comeuppance, or they're getting their comeuppance.
They're getting there.
He's
the one giving. He's the one giving the comeuppance.
There we go.
The gang has made it to Celadon ahead of schedule, thanks to that Primeape chasing them. So Primeape did a good job.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, Rocket get attacked by some Mankey, and they wish they had some donuts to feed them.
Mm-hmm. Some donuts.
And
not some rice balls, but donuts.
That's what they are.
That's what they are.
This was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode.
Like, I had no qualms against this. Ash got a Pokemon. It was a really, like, simple premise.
Yeah.
Like, we breezed past it, but, like, it's just an enjoyable episode.
Yeah. I wish there were more like this. Like, Ash just catching more, like, expanding his team more. Because they don't put a lot of emphasis on that. It's like, all right, well, I really need something for this next gym, and then there will be, like, one episode, one off. But, like, even if it was just, like, a casual kind of, like, in passing, like, all right, this happened, I caught this. Like, it'd be better to get more variety on that, I feel like. Because, I mean, Pokemon's whole thing is got to catch them all. And I feel like throughout the seasons, Ash doesn't really ever
catch
do that.
them.
Yeah, there's a small percentage of ones that he uses.
I feel like that might start making the episodes feel even more formulaic if it was new episode, new Pokemon, caught. New episode, new Pokemon, caught.
Yeah.
Because they are already, like, introducing new Pokemon every episode.
That's true.
I don't think Ash necessarily has to, like, catch one all the time. But I think if more episodes stopped hinging solely on, like, him fighting Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Because, like, the AJ episode with Sandshrew was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because we focus on the Sandshrew, we get introduced to the Sandshrew, and then Ash fights AJ, and that's the beef there.
Yeah.
And then Team Rocket are, like, also there.
Yeah.
And all the problems stem from Team Rocket. Like, all the problems stem from Team Rocket. Like, that is, like, one of the greatest detractors of the Pokemon anime, is that it's Team Rocket, and the show's, like, repetitive, and starts getting into these lulls where it's like, we're not really doing anything, and it's just another episode of Pokemon.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. I feel like that is where a lot of the conflict comes from. If they weren't involved in all of that conflict, maybe we could focus more on other side things like catching more Pokemon. But again, it's formulaic. It's a baby show made for babies. It's, it is what it is. And not to say, again, that was a really good episode. They did very well with it, even if they did have some moments.
Yeah.
But it was good.
With the onigiri and whatnot.
With the jelly donuts and whatnot. Yeah.
Episode 25 is titled Pokemon Sensation. See, it's a pun because scent, a smell, a sensation, it's a word, and then you put the sensation hyphenated in it.
I get it now.
This episode was released in Japan on September 23rd, 1997, and October 12th, 1998 in English. So, Ben, who was that Pokemon for Pokemon Sensation?
Gloom.
It wasn't that Gloom.
Yeah. Again, there's not a lot of else it could be. They
one
talk
Pokemon
about Gloom
hanging out
extensively. Erica talks about the Gloom that she has and has her whole backstory with it. There's no other new Pokemon. It's just Gloom. So, yeah, that was easy.
We're gonna get some admin right off the top. Celadon City, which we are in now, is based off of either Tamanu Town or Setagaya in Tokyo. Tamanu Town is the largest housing development in Japan, and Setagaya has the largest population of Tokyo special wards. And so in this, like, center here of, like, the Kanto region map, where the weatherman is back, over here we have Celadon, and then in the middle we have Saffron, and then they're both kind of based off of Tokyo. So Tokyo is, like, a big major part of the Kanto region, and so we see, like, both of these cities being based off of Tokyo.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, this is, like, I feel like Saffron is, like, the biggest in the Pokemon universe, but this is, like, also a very, like, big
Celadon's also pretty large.
They have the
Game Corner, right?
Game Corner and the shopping mall, like, 5-story building.
Yeah.
The Celadon City Shopping Center or whatever it's called.
That's a good name for it.
Yeah, it
Even
is
if it's not called that. Even if it's not called that, they should call it that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it makes sense that there's a lot going on, and it makes sense that it's from a bigger city, or two bigger cities in this instance.
Yeah.
Is where it draws its inspiration.
The gang shows up at Celadon, and the gang smells something nice in the air. And Brock is looking in a department store, ogling the girls, and then Misty and Pikachu go into the store to shop for perfume.
And I think Brock, like, staring in through the window is a reference. In the games, there's an old man that's, like, creeping into the gym outside the window there. And I think that's what that's referring to. I thought it was a neat little, like, I get it. That makes sense.
It's not really the gym, it's just a store, but the store is, like, it affiliated with the gym. So it's like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ash is very upset at his friends, like, here, like, looking at perfume. Yeah. And then the manager gets mad at him for not liking perfume.
Yep.
Ash is very, like, sexist in this episode.
Very.
Kind of, like, in general, but, like, really. He's like, no one cares about perfume. Like, let's go.
Yeah. And it's less sexist and more just ignorance because Ash is kind of stupid. But it's also, like, very veering into sexism.
Yeah, he's a dumb, stubborn 10-year-old boy who just wants to kid all the Pokemon and go be a Pokemon master. Again, it's like the simple-headedness. He's like, why should I care about this perfume? That's not a Pokemon.
I want to battle Pokemon. Yeah.
Or a Matisse Spritzy.
Well, yeah. You're not wrong. Eventually they'll get there. And they kind of do in Gen 1, because, I mean, that's where the scent comes from.
Yeah.
Is the Pokemon.
Yeah. Because Ash doesn't have respect for perfume, the gym won't let him enter because the gym is where they make the perfume. Mm-hmm. And Team Rocket are here, and their plan is to steal the perfume recipe and make a lot of money. And we see that gif of James with all the coins.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that before.
And then Rocket turns into Plankton from SpongeBob for the whole episode. And they try to steal the secret formula. The entire episode, every time there's a secret formula, I'm like, this is just SpongeBob. Cool.
Team Rocket stumbles across a Gloom, taking a nap, and James attacks it with coughing. And coughing's poison doesn't work because Gloom's a poison type. And Gloom attacks back with gas of its own, and Meowth breaks the fourth wall by saying, the animators didn't give me a nose.
Which is so stupid, but it did make me laugh.
And like they geared up to it too, where Meowth's like, my nose. I'm like, wait a minute, he's talking about his nose that he doesn't have. And Jesse's like, you don't have a nose. And I was like, yeah, the animators didn't give me one.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of a slow burn for it. I was like,
took a second.
They made me work for it. I'm like, I like that.
It was neat.
And so Rocket is tied up to a tree out front with X's on their faces. And this is where we get another thing of Jesse being like, why would you sully my beautiful face with this mark?
Yeah. She is very, now that you're saying that, it makes, I notice it a little more.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, in previous episodes, I've talked about like the characterization. And like, Jesse is like vain.
Yeah.
And then James is like money driven. And that's like their villain characteristics, where James likes money, Jesse is like very vain and cares about her appearance.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I'll have to look out for that more. But now that you're saying, I can look back on a few instances and be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, like James falling for that rich quick scheme with the Magikarp.
Yep.
Ash comes along and Jesse coaxes him to let them down in exchange for them getting into the gym. And Ash agrees, and they go with that one part in Final Fantasy VII where Cloud cross-dresses in order to save Tifa.
Yeah.
And we see Ash turn into Ashley.
Ashley. And I giggled a little bit when they said the name too.
And this is when you remember that Ash is voiced by a woman.
Yep.
Because I'm like, wow, that's a really good. Oh yeah, it's a girl doing this.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
I don't think it's quite her natural speaking voice.
No.
I think she's still doing a voice while doing it.
Child's voice.
It's a different young girl voice.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not Ash doing a voice.
No.
Like Ash can't make that voice.
Yeah.
She's like switching into a different register. It's just really, it was like, it's a really good,
right.
There's a girl, it's a girl.
Yep. But he does make his way into the gym.
Yes, and Team Rocket leave Ashley by herself so they can go plant a bomb and steal the recipe to the perfume.
The secret formula.
Yes, the secret formula.
Yeah.
Ashley is led deeper into the gym, and here we see the gym trainers and Pokemon doing aerobics, and they have a story time, they're doing some makeup, girly activities.
Yeah, this is really cool to see, though, because a lot of the gym challenges is like, okay, all the gym does is trainers come in and battle, and that's it. But this one, there's actually, it has a reason for more people to come in and interact with them.
It's like a community center.
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool. Erica is also, I really like her character design and stuff in the games. It's really cool.
Ben likes short hair. I like long brunette hair.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call
that's fine.
Whatever.
Putting all my crap out there on the internet. No, I do like her character design a lot. Like the kimono she wears in the games is really cool. She's just always been a really cool character. And I like grass types is usually the starter I go for. So that also kind of makes sense.
I'm a water boy like Adam Sandler. I always go with the water starters.
Adam Sandler?
The water boy.
Oh, okay. And
now I'm the movie guy now.
Oh, God. Okay. That was stupid. And that made me laugh more than it should have.
Brock, Misty, and Pikachu are also here in this room, and Ashley is like, uh-oh, I'm gonna get found out.
Yep.
And this is where we also find out that Erica is the gym leader and also the manager at the store.
The perfume store. And all the workers there were like the gym trainers that are all here. That's why Ash is a little like more panicked when he gets inside. He's like, ah, crap, I could get recognized.
So I wanted to ask you this question.
Yes.
Because I didn't know it.
Okay.
Why is Erica called Erica?
Erica?
Yeah. Because Brock is the rock gym leader. Brock rhymes with rock.
Yeah,
Misty is the water gym leader.
water.
Mist happens from water. Surge, electricity
Surge,
surges.
yeah.
Sabrina, the teenage witch.
Erica, I honestly don't know.
There's literally a plant just called Erica.
Cool. So she's taking the Pokemon professor
Straight
route.
up Erica.
Yeah, so she just takes the Pokemon professor route and is just named after a plant.
I felt so stupid because I was like, all day I was like, why is Erica called Erica? Like, I can't place it. Like, it's gotta be like she was called something in Japanese and they were like, we
It's
can't
just
think
a
of it, and they
flower.
were just thinking of Erica. It's just a plant called Erica.
That's fair. I forgot about it, but I was even going to bring up Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like when we were talking about it, so I'm glad you said something.
Yeah, I wanted
about
to
that.
like wait till here because I was gonna bring them up.
I haven't done it yet. I will do a little more research before we meet next time on the names of all the badges themselves, because some of them do have kind of
The Boulder badge, the Cascade badge, the don't tell me, 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 don't tell me. Oh, what is Surge's called? Oh, the Thunder badge. I'm an idiot. The Thunder badge, the Marsh badge, and then Erica has the Rainbow badge.
Right.
And then it's the Soul badge for Koga, which is the heart.
Yep.
And then Blaine is the Volcano badge?
Is it just Volcano? I think it's just Volcano.
It might be Volcano. And then, the gym leader of Viridian City, Giovanni. The Earth badge, right? It looks like a feather for some reason.
Yes, it randomly just looks like a feather, but it is a Earth badge.
Okay, so I'm proud that I got that. Jury's still out on Volcano badge.
Yeah.
I feel really dumb, again, that I couldn't get Thunder badge. Here's your Thunder badge.
I'm glad that doing the accent made you get dude,
the
Thunder badge.
There's a thunderbolt, right? You hit him with another thunderbolt. Hey, you baby, take this Thunder badge.
This is a really weird thing. Nobody has played this one. This is Pokemon Puzzle League for the N64.
Yeah, the one where it constantly does the second opening. Hope you like that song if you're playing that game, because it will get real fast. It's the only song.
But there's a story mode, and that's the voice clip that they use for
Hit him
Surge.
with another thunderbolt. Anytime he gets a combo, he's like, hit him with another thunderbolt.
No, it's so stupid, but that was one of my favorite games.
Did just have like full voice acting.
Yeah.
It's like, Ash, you need to go to the puzzle league. Okay, I'll go. Thunder badge. Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. Go, Pikachu. Thunderbolt.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
POV, you are playing Pokemon Puzzle League.
That's all you hear the entire time. Oh, God. I had that as like a WiiWare thing on the Wii.
Yeah, it's on the N64 Switch Virtual Console now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
you can play it. That's why I know like about it, because I played it a little bit. It's
That's
not
fair.
that great of a game. At least to me, like
No, I get it. I think the only Pokemon games I've played on there are Stadium 2.
not even Snap on the N64. Oh, it's not on the Switch
Yeah,
thing.
it's not on the Switch thing.
I had that on Wii U. That game was like made for the Wii U. We're going into this rant. Why didn't the Wii U have a Pokemon Snap game on it?
It should
It
have.
looked like it was built for it. Like the
It
gamepad,
was.
literally, like Fatal Frame, like just.
And they used it for like a camera mode in so many other games. Pikmin, shout out Pikmin 3, phenomenal.
Every game needs a camera mode. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why they decided that every game needs a camera. Every new Nintendo game needs a dog character. And every big game needs a camera mode. Like all the Lego games have camera modes. Why?
Yep. Who knows? But
Sun and Moon had a camera mode.
yeah, but that would have been perfect for the Wii U. Yeah. Like a new Pokemon Snap, like they did a couple years later on the Switch. Like,
Which is a not great game, as we've talked about.
yeah. It was okay. It just
But,
didn't capture me.
When I play like N64 games on like the Switch emulator, I'm like, these games are so old. And like the layout of the controller, like fitting like that like 3-pronged monstrosity onto like a Switch controller, is like this just doesn't feel right Because like the C buttons are like over here, and then but I need them to be like here, and like I need these to be over here. It's like like the D-pad's at a weird spot.
You need a third hand, like you did for the 64 controllers.
Yeah,
but it's
like
laid out weird.
I feel like if I had the actual N64 controller in my hand, like the one they sell for the Switch, I would enjoy like Banjo-Kazooie a lot more.
That's fair.
But like playing the Pokemon Snap on the Wii U, I didn't feel like that at all.
That's fair.
Like it felt natural on that console, and it was right there, and you just had it. The Pokemon Snap on the Wii U was really fun. I played that game a lot.
That's fair. I never played it on the Wii U. We might have to bust mine out and go for that sometime.
Yeah, get it going. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay, enough about everything else other than the episode we're talking about.
Yeah,
so Ashley blows her cover, and Pikachu just shocks the disguise off of Ash, and Ash and Erica have a battle.
Yep.
3 Pokemon each, and then Ash sends out Bulbasaur, and Erica sends out Tangela, who looks like Marvin the Martian. A lot of Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes.
It's all good. We'll make like a whole roster of all the Looney Tunes characters as Pokemon.
Yeah.
It'll be great. Look out for it.
Yeah. Bulbasaur gets beat, and Ash contemplates setting out Primeape, but remembers the beating he got and decides to go with Charmander against Weeping Bell. And then we see Charmander again.
Why didn't we just lead with Charmander, the fire type?
Because Ash is dumb, as we've established.
I know.
I'm going to fight fire with fire, because that's how it works. And by that, I'm going to fight grass with grass.
But not only are you fighting grass with grass, you're sending out a grass poison type against a grass type. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, didn't you like pause it and be like, pause that?
Yeah,
you were like, this is a bad
stupid.
idea.
Yeah.
Like logistically, this makes no sense. But Ash is like, all right, Bulbasaur, I haven't used you in a while. Let's go.
Yeah. No, it was just dumb.
And then his mistake is, given back to him where Bulbasaur gets beat. Charmander comes out, easily beats Weeping Bell, because for some reason Erica switches Tangela out for Weeping Bell. Just for no reason.
Because Tangela's almost dead, so why not let Ash get a full hit on my new Pokemon? Because that makes sense.
Yeah. Erica says that Ash doesn't have empathy with his Pokemon, which...
Not quite
true. No, like literally, Ash's whole thing is that he only has empathy.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
That's why he kind of won, kind of lost the first gym badge. That's why he was so against AJ and his whole Sandshrew training. Like, it's been established that, yes, Ash cares deeply for these Pokemon.
Because, like, he learned that lesson after Metapod got taken.
Yeah.
And he had to go get him back.
Exactly.
And he made that vow, like, I will never, like, leave you again. And then we got Butterfree.
Yeah.
And, like, Ash, like, cried when Butterfree left. It's like, if he didn't care... Like Erica is just trying to teach him a lesson for no reason.
Right. And I mean, I do get it. I mean, her whole spiel, her whole job is to try and help these young trainers mature and get better as trainers and as people, yada, yada, whatever. And she does see this very immature 10-year-old, oh, Perfume's stupid, everybody else's interests are stupid, like I only care about battling. And so I get the sentiment of where she's coming from. This is not the right person to do that to, though. He knows empathy. He cares about his Pokemon very deeply. If nothing else, he cares about his Pokemon.
Also, during the 5 tangents that we had consecutively, I just forgot to bring up Erica's backstory. Because we got that before the battle.
Oh, yeah.
So in Erica's flashback, we see that she was saved from a Grimer by Gloom.
Yes.
And that's why Erica's kind of like, you don't have empathy for Pokemon because I like Gloom even though it stinks.
Yeah.
And you need to have empathy too, Ash, because you don't like my Gloom. And that means you don't have empathy.
Yeah. And the way that happened too is Misty had asked, like, why are we okay around Gloom? Glooms are supposed to smell really bad and stuff. And it's weird because she describes it like a skunk. Like if it's threatened, it will produce that scent, but if not, it's fine, like you're good to be around it. And it's really cool to see more characterization for Gloom. The random Pokemon that you don't hear a lot about. So Gloom it's interesting. Yeah.
So now we can get back on track after we took care of that. Sorry guys. Speaking of Gloom, Erica sends him out and Charmander is beaten by the stench and Pikachu volunteers to battle because he thinks he can win.
Why not? Yep. He's done that like 3 episodes in a row now.
Yeah, he's like, I can do it. Yep. And then Team Rocket interrupt, blow up the building with their bomb, and then Rocket gets blasted off, and the gym is caught on fire. Straight up fire.
No, very, very, very fire. Very, very much.
Everyone is scrambling to put out the fire, and Pikachu uses a watering can to put out a single flower. Great job, Pikachu.
Good
Keep
job.
up the good
You're
work.
helping so much, buddy.
All the water Pokemon use water gun on the fire without being in water, so forget that detail.
Yeah, the one that we've done like at least 5 or 6 times now, that Misty's useless because they're not around water, and she sent out the Goldeen in like episode 2 and just trying to fight Rocket as like a distraction.
We have literally seen Staryu only be able to use water gun if he is standing in water.
Yes.
And him and Starmie are both on the ground hanging out, and they're just like, psh.
Yep.
And like Squirrel's fine because he has like the sack, as we've been calling it, inside of him, because we've seen him use water gun without being in water. That's fine. Squirrel's built like that. Starmie, they have been shown to not be built like that.
Right.
They're not built for this, but yet somehow
they have their emergency reserve somehow that they can just.
It's like it's Katara's little like water skin that she has. Yeah. Like they just got one somehow. Like I don't.
That's it.
Like all of that little like characterization, all that stuff, and it's just like, no, it's more convenient if they can just do this now.
Yeah, why not? Because it was helpful in this case, I guess. They did eventually put out the fire, but before that,
Erica can't find Gloom.
Yeah.
So Ash has to go into the burning building to save it.
Ash pulls a Big Hero 6 and runs back into the burning building. That's all that scene reminded me of. I'm like, that is just the same scene there. But he runs back into the building, saves the Gloom.
He thinks that the stench is going to be too much, but then he realizes, like, oh, wait, it doesn't stink because Gloom trusts him. And then Ash gets that empathy that Erica was saying he didn't have.
Yep.
Then we get an awesome shot of Ash saving the Gloom.
Yes.
It's a really cool shot of him coming out of the building with Gloom.
Yeah. No, it was really cool.
I love, like, firefighters.
Yeah.
Firefighters are like my Roman Empire. Like, I just think about how cool firefighters are sometimes. Like, I love the image of, like, the firefighters in, like, the full gear just doing, like, the Stairmasters.
Yeah.
Like, I love that image.
That's cool. That's interesting. I've never heard you talk about that before.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Firefighters are cool. And, like, Ash coming out is just like, yeah, that's cool.
That is cool. That is cool.
Erica gives Ash a badge for rescuing Gloom, and then another badge that he didn't officially earn.
Another one that he didn't officially earn.
So it's 3-2.
3-2.
3-2. Remember? Because he beat Sabrina.
Yeah, okay. Okay, sure. It's not 1-4. Not at all.
Remember, he beat Sabrina. He beat Sabrina, as we established.
Okay.
Tell us in the comments, who do you think's right? Is it 3-2?
Get in the comments.
Or is it 4-1?
Oh, God. Oh, okay. I love that. All right. To cap everything
off, this and the Sabrina episode felt odd. We've talked about it a little bit with the Sabrina episode, where it's like we didn't really focus a lot on the gym a lot. And like the manga and Origins did this like too. Because like I said, Origins yada through the gyms, yada through Erica, yada through Sabrina. And then, because like the games are like repetitive. Right. It's just a thing you have to do to like get through the roadblock. Like that's how Pokemon isn't like a 2-hour game. It's not just like, oh, the one big gym that you have to do.
Depends on how good at speedrunning you are, because they could be.
You know what? Fair. But yeah, like that's why Pokemon is like as long as a game is. That's where the value in like gameplay length comes from.
For sure.
By like there being 8 things that you have to get through before you can finish the game.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, even when they scrapped the gyms for like a generation, did the trials, it's the same thing.
It's still like
obstacles that you have to get through to get to the end game. Like, makes sense.
All right. In the manga, Red has to catch an Eevee in order to prove that he can face Erica, and then later the gym leaders are kind of like combined together because like they're all on Team Rocket. That's weird. I forgot that they did the weird like gym
Koga
leaders
and
are Sabrina
evil
are like working with. Even Erica here is like kind of working for Team Rocket. So weird. But she's like, yeah, I'm kind of a good guy at the end. But she's like teased to be like kind of a bad guy. And, like they do all of that to like again give the gym leaders a little bit more because the games didn't give them a lot. And so the manga goes for what if they're all the bad guys? Because Giovanni, the leader of Viridian City, is a bad guy. So all the gym leaders are corrupt and they're working for him. Other than Brock and Misty. No, Surge is a crooked guy.
Surge seems like he would be crooked.
Like, him and the sailors were doing stuff with the SSN, as it's called in the manga.
Yeah, the SSN. Not the St. Anne. SSN.
In the manga, it's SS.
Oh, okay.
Manga and games, it's SS.
That's right. Okay.
As we established last episode.
Yeah. We didn't talk about that.
But yeah, all of the all the superfluous things outside of the games are trying to give little more credence to the gym leaders and why they exist. The manga goes for they're all bad guys, that's why you have to fight them. The anime is going for they all have fun little personalities, and Ash gets to meet them, and he just gets to hang out with them, and Sabrina's a little cold, and he's got to make her laugh. Erica just doesn't like him, and then he's got to prove himself that he's worth it. And Serge is just like a bully, and blah blah blah.
Right. No, that makes sense. This is kind of a different thing, but something you said reminded me to it. You mentioned that in the manga, he has to catch an Eevee to like prove himself and do all that.
Yeah.
In the Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu games, I liked that they gave every gym like a little like pre-challenge thing, like, oh, you can't come in unless you've caught this type of Pokemon or 50 Pokemon or whatever it is.
Oh.
I think it was neat that they kind of added little stuff like that. Because a couple of the gyms, I don't know if all of them had it or not, but I know at least a few of them did.
Okay.
There's just a neat little tidbit to make them more interesting.
Even padding out even more.
Yeah.
It's not just like I've got to the city, go to the gym if I can.
Yeah. Yep. No, I like it. Yeah.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty much all I had. These were 3 good episodes, not crazy, overly interesting or plot changing and earth shaking, but I think they were good.
Yeah, we were talking about this like off camera like a couple nights ago where we were like, we're going to get into a point, and we're starting to get to that now, where we are just watching another episode of Pokemon.
Yep.
It's not things it's like a big things I have to talk about. Like in the first couple episodes we did of our show here,
yeah,
it would be like, okay, he got Butterfree, like Butterfree is important, bang. And then he got Brock's here, and Brock is joining the team, and then Misty's joining the team, and then blah, 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 blah. And now it's just, Ash did a thing, and he stopped, Team Rocket was there, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It's getting there. It's not quite filler because there is still things happening, but it is kind of filler. Like it's background stuff that, okay, we don't need to spend a ton of time on this. So we'll take our time. We'll tell a few more stories here and there, and we'll do what we can.
It's like when you add filler to things that are already in the manga, which is a thing that some anime do, where they just like add a little extra stuff. Like there's like a scene in Chainsaw Man. Like at the end of Chainsaw Man, there's like a scene that they add in. It's like an entire episode, so no one would be like, "Oh, that's filler." No, it's just like one extra scene that they add. That's like kind of nice, but it's not in the manga, so technically it's filler.
Extra, yeah.
And like that's kind of what they're doing with this, where it's like Sabrina is the thing that happens, but all of this stuff around her doesn't happen. Erica's the thing that happens, but all of this, like the cross-dressing, doesn't happen. So we are adding that in.
Right. No, I think that's a good point.
All right, so for the next episode we are going to record, we're going to be talking about episodes 26, 27, and 28. So if you want to follow along with us, make sure to watch those episodes, and make sure to subscribe and follow on all of our platforms. We have an Instagram, we have a TikTok. I'm going to work on getting the audio platforms going. And then if you're all here on YouTube watching us, thank you. Leave us a like, leave some comments. Again, tell us who won that debate. Are you with this cool guy over here in the Chicago CM Punk shirt? Or are you with Deadpool over here?
Hey, we like Deadpool. I'm just saying. I think I won that debate. But.
All right. All right, and then until next time, trainers, gotta watch them all.